busy week before you go to Boise, but how do you sort of get the team to reset after the big celebration on Monday night?
They've had their time. They've had a couple days off to get fresh. For us, film session. You always start with a film session. Refocus, set new goals. It's a new season, right? You've got non-conference. You've got first half of conference, second half of conference, and then you've got postseason. And so for us right now, it's how many can you win in a row? Can you start a new streak? But at the end of the day, we want to play our best basketball. The team that can play their best basketball for 3 consecutive nights wins.
You played the 3 games in 3 days in the non-conference. I know that was kind of part of the plan of preparing you for Boise. How do you sort of tap into that, since it was several months ago?
Well, it's constant conversation in terms of quick turnarounds, the way we play offensively and defensively, the schemes, the tendencies we have should fit no matter who we're playing. There are minor adjustments you make from team to team, but you don't change who you are or your identity from one game to the next. And so I've always felt that if you have a team that can execute on the defensive side of the ball, you travel. And I think we're built for 3 games in 3 nights, 3 games in 4 nights, especially with our depth.
How do you balance continuing to push the guys to get better and improve on things, but also emphasizing continuing doing the things you guys are doing really well?
It's film, it's constant conversation, whether it's as a group or individually. You highlight the things we've done well, but you want to overemphasize the things we can continue to improve upon, because complacency leads to a team that may go backwards instead of forwards, and we can't have that.
You guys have been so balanced, especially the second half of conference play. Is that your biggest advantage going into Boise, or what do you think is for this team?
I think so. More so second, third night. But you know, when you get into a tournament and the stakes are high, some guys show up more than others, and so when you have multiple people to count on, typically that's an advantage.
You have a couple seniors that have played in this tournament before, and then a whole bunch of guys that are veterans but haven't played in this tournament. How do you prepare those guys?
You just play. I think that if you make too much of a deal of each individual situation, or now it's the tournament, I think you can add to the stress. We want to be ourselves and just go play basketball and go play our best basketball. Maturity, experience. They played a lot of basketball games. So throughout the season, the way they prepare, the way they allow our staff to coach them, always helps with the younger guys. But you know, in this day and age, whoever's played in the most games is the most experienced, and the teams that have the most experience usually have the most success.
Working on a feature on Brandon, how would you describe what he has meant to this program over the past 5 years?
He's been huge. Commitment, reliability. You know, I'm not sure how many games he's missed in his career. Less than 5 seasons. He's durable. And you know, I think that when you can count on guys to be there every day, whether it's practice or games, you can be consistent as a group, as a program. And then at the end of the day, he's coachable. He allows the staff to do the things necessary to have a good basketball team, so he sets the tone.
You were obviously a great point guard yourself. What has the experience been like for you, coaching someone like him who's up there in points, assists, always seems to be playing good defense out there?
It's been fun to watch him grow. I think his defense is what got him on the floor young as a freshman, as a sophomore, and then his offense caught up. But I feel like he's always played to win. He's always tried to do the things that he thought he could to impact winning, regardless of how many points he scored. And when you have young men like that with the ball in their hands, it's contagious. And I think winning's been contagious since he's been here.
He's just been so consistent too, stat-wise over the years. So what do you attribute that consistency to, and how big is that for the team each year?
He's going to play within himself. He's not going to try to do things that aren't necessarily within his strengths. I think he knows who he is as a basketball player, and he plays that.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Jeff.